Okay, kids, let's review what we've learned about atheists. Volume 1 introduced philosopher George H. Smith and his division of atheism into two broad categories, implicit and explicit atheism. I offer a third category called passive atheism. Volume 2 recounted the history of agnosticism and Thomas Huxley. While most agnostics are atheists, some are theists. Agnosticism has nothing to do with religious beliefs and is not a third choice between theism and atheism. Here, in Volume 3, we discuss the highest variety of atheists introduced by Smith, critical atheists. According to Smith, critical atheists hold one of three negative positions regarding the existence of a god or supernatural being. 1. It does not have sufficient evidence.
You'll find the maker of the banana, Almighty God, has made it with a non-slip surface.
Number 2. It does not compute. The concept is impossible because of contradictions.
You don't have any business, reason, ability, standing to question God or his judgment.
Number 3. It is not intelligible. The concept makes no sense based on nonsensical descriptions.
Sorry, Scientology, I'm covered in body thetans right now. I'm an alien! What a bunch of fucking freaks!
While a critical atheist can hold all three positions, any one of them is enough to make a theist pray for you as a final argument. Now let's look at other terms. Anti-theist. A person in active opposition to theism but may see some good religion has contributed to culture. Militant atheist. A person hostile towards religion and pushes for the eradication of religion, seeing no good in it. Militant anti-theist is a term used now and again, but it is redundant as a rational term and should be discarded with other useless words like ginormous. The term militant atheist has been used to describe atheists since the early 1800s, and some believe it to be a pejorative term, a term used by theists to denigrate atheists. It is interesting to note that one of the first thinkers associated with militant atheism was one Arthur Schopenhauer. A German philosopher of pessimism, Schopenhauer is said to have influenced the likes of Friedrich Nietzsche, Sigmund Freud, and Albert Einstein. Now let's refocus on any loose ends. Some critical atheists will say an atheist has nothing to defend. True technically, it only really is true for implicit atheists. An explicit atheist should be able to defend an intellectual choice that is based on some consideration. When such an explanation is irrational, I believe such a person to be an inexpressive or passive atheist. An example of an irrational defense of atheism would be if a nun became an atheist because of sexist practices by the Catholic Church. Such a defense says by default that if the Catholic Church did not have sexist practices, the nun would continue to be a theist. According to a study by the American Physical Society, religion is headed towards extinction in at least 9 Western democracies. If true, it will be due in no small part to critical atheists. While all critical atheists reject religion, we do not all do so from a rational perspective. Knowing the many atheist distinctions helps the cause for a peaceful future in a reasonable and rational world.